just want to know what kind of clout Hazel think that she got. Because she really believes somebody really needs to be jealous of her. She thinks that people needs to come up off her name. When you hear the name Hazel E., what the fuck do you hear? What's going on, you guys? It's be your boy Scotty, and we're here for my late review. Of course, I'm like a day late and a dollar short of Marriage Boot Camp, episode 4. So let's get right on into the tea, okay? So basically, we pick up where we left off with last week when Hazel E. and Shonda started getting into it again after everything that went down with Devon and Willie in their little tussle. And my thing with Hazel E. is she really thinks that people are jealous of her. She needs to feel validated when people are quote-unquote jealous of her or when she makes other people mad. My thing with Hazel E. is this. She sits up and she antagonizes situations. She fucks with everybody. And then when people respond to her, it's they're jealous of me. They're this, they're that. They're threatened by my presence. What presence? I'm really trying to understand who put a bunch of Fix-A-Flat in your brain and boosted it the fuck up. Because I want to understand something right here. Like, who are you? Who the hell do you think you are? And why the hell do you think you're so damn important that people got to be hating on you all the time? I don't understand that. See, I've never heard of someone. Anytime somebody says that over and over again that somebody's hating on them, they want somebody to hate on them. You'll never catch me saying the motherfucker hating on me. Period. You'll never catch me saying that. I don't think I'm that fucking important for anybody to be hating on me. I ain't got shit. What the hell is anybody hating on me for? That's why when people be looking at me and they be like, well, you know, sometimes people find a reason to feel some type of way because they're envious of you. I don't need nobody to be envious of me because I ain't got shit. Okay, so I don't need nobody to be envious of me. But Hazel gets off on people being mad at her or jealous of her. Either way it goes, bitch. Ain't nobody jealous of your unnatural ass. Have a seat, bitch. Then you got Phaedra talking to Medina, and she's practically looking down on everybody else, talking about she don't want to be associated with this kind of mess. Coming from the same woman that made up a lie and said that her best friend tried to drug another woman and take her to a sex dungeon, but you don't want to be associated with a bunch of fight. Girl, the shit that you said and did was worth a damn fight. But this ain't the Housewives of Atlanta. I digress. Later on, Devon and Willie have a conversation. They basically right their wrongs and they squash the beef. One thing about men, they will get over shit like that. With women, they're not gonna get over it too quick. They're not. They're gonna hold that shit against you, and they're gonna keep holding it against you, and they're gonna be catty as fuck with it. Two women can never squash a beef like Devon and Willie did. As you can see, Hazel and Shonda squashed their beef the first episode, and they still don't fucking like each other. It wasn't genuine at all. Women are catty as fuck. They are the most cattiest people I have ever seen in my life. So Dr. Ish and the producers of Marriage Boot Camp, they set up let's see, I think it's Vado, Medina, Hazel E, Willie, and Corrupt. She set them up, and they put them on a podcast. But little do the people on little do the 5 of them know that they're being set up, and the other 5 can hear exactly what's going on and what's being said. So the other people like Tahiri and the rest of them, they can hear exactly what they're saying, so they know exactly how they really feel about a situation, okay? Good shit. And Corrupt starts talking, and he basically started saying, yes, drinking is a part of the problem, but Tony is so busy trying to make me out to be the bad guy, making me look like I'm a drunken alcoholic, which you are. Like, it's not like it's a lie here, but okay, go off. But she's an enabler. She doesn't even realize that the reason why I do the things that I do because she enables me into doing. You got to be a crazy drunk motherfucker to even say something like that. Are you serious right now? Are you serious? You cannot be serious right now, bro. You cannot be serious. So you gonna blame her for your drinking. You're gonna call her an enabler. But I feel like you're a manipulator. Like, that's just manipulating tactics. That's just like you're gaslighting the shit out of her right now, because she's sitting up here taking all of your junk. She's sitting up here thinking about all the stuff that you do to her, but not once are you thinking about the fact that you making her look bad, or you putting her in compromising positions because you want to sit up here and drink all the time, and she gotta pick up the slack and do this and do that for you, but you want to call her an enabler. That's he is dirty and low down, honey. Dirty and low down. So when Vado starts talking, he basically says that he don't really be talking around Tahiri. When he gets around everybody else, he tends to talk about their relationship, and he goes to other people like friends and people like that to talk, to discuss his relationship and just try to see where he can go with it. Tahiri is surprised because he can talk to everybody else about the situation, but he can't talk to me about the situation. And Tahiri, I understand you 100%, because what I don't like and what I can't stand, and this is with any type of relationship, whether it's a relationship, a romantic relationship, or a friendship, I cannot stand when a person can talk to everybody else about their issues with me, but they can't talk to me. That's some punk ass, nut ass, strag ass shit, and I don't like it. Point blank, period. Hazel starts saying that she is not sure if Devon really wants to be with her because he really loves her. She thinks that it's all about the clout, it's all about the chick, and it's all about the bag, and he's really a sugar baby. I'm just trying to understand why Hazel think that she is like the number one person to run to for clout. Who are you? That's what I'm trying to understand, girl. Who are you? Because honestly, I didn't even know you before you got on Love and Hip Hop. So who are you? Like, you a joke. You a joke. You're delusional as hell, and everybody laughs at you because you are a big ass Bernie Mac joke. Like, you the type of bitch that if Bernie Mac was still alive, he will roast the hell out of you. You're just that much of a joke, and we will all be laughing at your ass because you a joke. You a straight up joke that don't need to be written. You are a fucking joke. Everything about you is a joke. Your face is a joke. Your body a joke. Everything about you is a joke. Like, you think that everybody hate on you, and then you took your ass on the Youngler talking all this shit, and your life still ain't fixed. I guess the Youngler got to come back over there with her Newport cigarettes and fix your life some more, bitch, because something is seriously wrong with you. Something is wrong with you. I think you are mental, really. I think you're a very fucking mental bitch, because you really think that somebody needs you for clout and got to, girl, bye. Your damn nose needed you. You needed your nose for clout. That's the only reason why anybody know you, because of that damn Toucan Sam nose that got broke. Medina is over it. He wants some sex. And I understand where Medina's coming from, because I want some sex too. It's been a long time for me. I ain't had no man in a long time. I need some sex. That's all I'm saying. And I don't give a damn who knows. I am sexually frustrated like hell, so I understand Medina. Like, I ain't even gonna go into all this other shit, but yeah, I understand. Adria is annoyed because she thinks that all Medina want is sex, but if y'all been in a relationship for quite some time now, why the hell aren't you having sex? Like, you was quick to jump up and have sex with Apollo, and he was in a halfway house. And this is a more respectable man, so why the hell aren't you giving him any? I forgot, because this relationship is artificial as hell. It's not the real brand of Kool-Aid. It's a Flavor Aid relationship. So that's why y'all ain't doing shit. That's why you front for the camera, you front for a bag, pretty much. That's what it is, girl. I understand. So Willie starts talking about the infidelities and all that type of stuff, and Shonda is annoyed by the whole thing because she feels like, Willie ain't keeping it all the way real about his shit. He's not. Like, he doesn't want to hear the things that she's saying. He doesn't want to hear nothing that she got to say because he feels like it's all negative. But sometimes the negative shit is really the truth, honestly. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just like when we, like us, I always reference them all the time, but it's just like when we talk about people on Lipstick Alley and how they be going in on us. Sometimes the shit that they say to us is true. Like, some of the shit that they say about us is true, because a lot of the stuff that they have taken, as hurtful as it may have been at some point in time, I took it into stride, honestly, because yeah, they said I was stagnant as fuck. It was the truth. I was stagnant as fuck. Now I'm trying to grow myself and get better at what I'm doing. So yeah, thank you for that. Like, sometimes the negativity can sometimes be a gift and a curse. And sometimes it can be a gift because it's true. Sometimes it can be a curse because it's just flat out negative. But at the end of the day, Willie, you got to take accountability for the things you've done. And that's the biggest issue for me with people. I just don't understand why people just can't take accountability for their bullshit. But they expect for you to be okay with them, and they're not okay with themselves, and you're not okay with them because they're not owning up to what the fuck they've done. Grow up, Willie. Grow up. Tony is further annoyed with Corrupt because he starts telling a story about a girl that basically threatened his relationship with Tony, and Tony is pretty pissed because he's only telling half of the story. He's not telling everything else. Corrupt, you losing me. Like, you was the main one I was rooting for in this situation, but now you are losing the hell out of me, bruh. Come back. Hazel starts exposing the shit that I already had an inkling about. Basically, Devon is borderline abusive, and I could tell that he is as quick as he he got mad with Willie and he pushed the hell out of him so hard like that, he got a lot of force behind him and a lot of anger that he probably needs to fucking manage, okay? Because the way Hazel mouth is, I know he probably went upside her head once or twice. I really believe this shit. And I'm not making fun of domestic violence or victims of domestic violence because, again, I've said it over and over again. I've grown up in the house around domestic violence, so I would never make jokes about it. But I really feel like that's the situation. Because the way she talks about him and the way she makes him seem so small and beneath her, that's enough to make you want to kill somebody. And to be quite honest, if you feel like he's so small, so much smaller than you and that he needs you for clout, why you with him? I don't understand it. But this is Hazel, who understands anything about her, including her body, the work that she has done on her face, and everything else. We don't understand her at all. Vado is asked that he has other women. He stops. And he couldn't answer it. Tahiri got upset about it. But then he ultimately revealed that he still be talking to his baby mama. And Tahiri was like, oh, so I didn't even know they was close like that. And I'm like, oh, shit, you know. Then Medina starts clapping at Phaedra. He's clapping at her. And Phaedra like, who the fuck is he clapping at? You know what I mean? But Phaedra just needs to get over herself. She's such a phony ass bitch. This whole relationship is fake as hell. And I'm just over it. I just feel like Medina needs to be with somebody who really wants to be with him and not really be with him to get a bag from the food stamp office. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what the fuck WeTV really is to me. So I'm just like, girl, Phaedra, just bye. He addresses a more recent scandal with the cheating and the text messages and all that stuff, and it comes across like he owns it. And this is why, even though they're probably the most toxic married couple on this show, I root for Willie and Shonda to make it work out. I really do. And that's just not me. That's not me celebrating toxicity in relationships. I had my share of toxic ass relationships. Trust me. I talked about it many times on this damn platform. Trust and believe me here. But at the end of the day, I do feel like they really love each other and they need to make it right. I just feel like they do. And I feel like they have the makings to make it right. That's what I believe. After it's all over, Tahiri calls Vado a clown. Like, she feel like he's a fucking clown for the shit that he pulled on that podcast. She's mad because he's not a communicator at all. Phaedra confronts Medina about the sex talk. She's very annoyed by that. She feels like our relationships is not just about sex and all of that other stuff. And it's true, it's not all about sex, but relationships require affection and intimacy, and you're not giving any of that. Like, you're a stone cold brick wall. Who wants to be with someone like that? Corrupt and Tony, they get into it again, and Corrupt really don't see the picture. Like, you don't realize what's going on with Tony. But at the end of the day, though, Tony, I do feel like this. His enabler statement kind of rings true now that I think about it, because you allow him to do the things that he does. You allow him to keep treating you like shit. You allow him to keep bringing you into his web of alcoholism and infidelity and all that stuff. And it's like you're not doing a damn thing about it. So I feel like in order for you to do a damn thing about it, you need to grow a little bit of balls, get yourself together, and check his ass. Because he don't take you seriously. And I feel like at the end of the day, he should take you, he need to take you seriously, or this relationship is not going to be worth fighting for. That's what I think. Shonda confronts Willie about what she heard, and Willie feel like she been making his life a living hell. She probably is, because you cheated on her a lot. And you got to stop cheating. If you can't stop cheating, don't be married. Simple as that. And Shonda, just because a nigga cheat on you don't mean you need to cheat on him back. If you got to cheat on the motherfucker, if y'all got to go back and forth, tit for tat on cheating, y'all don't need to be together. Even though I'm rooting for y'all to be together, y'all need to stop it with childish ass games and grow up. Devon tells Hazel how he's annoyed with the whole sugar baby remark. Anybody would be remotely annoyed by that, because I would be annoyed by that. Anytime, like, no. Don't make me feel less than you, bitch. Period. Don't you ever do that. I'm never less than you. Don't ever think I ain't. Then with Tahiri was, I think Vado was fixing everybody a drink, and Tahiri felt like she should have been the first glass that he fixed. And you know, Devon was like, Tahiri be going in on his boy Vado. If that was him, he would have been gone. You need to be leaving Hazel. What are you talking about? You need to be focused on your own damn relationship, because Hazel got you looking like a old childish ass little boy that want to sit up here and, you know, fuck for tips. That's what she making you look like, so you don't need to be speaking on Tahiri. So then we playing a bobblehead game, and Willie and Shonda confront all of their issues. And it's pretty clear that Willie is not a good listener. That's what that was. But it seems like they're finally getting what their issue is. It's like, Shonda doesn't feel like she's being heard. And I know how that feels when you're trying to tell somebody how you feel about something and they're not hearing you. They're listening, but they don't hear you. I understand it completely. Willie got to listen. Not only does he need to listen, he needs to hear her. So then Kurupt and Tony confronts their issues, and it's like Kurupt wants to blame Tony for everything. Well, he got to realize that you're the drunken ass nigga. You're the one that's constantly choosing alcohol over your relationship. You're the one that's constantly not thinking about the things that you're doing. You're the one that's not thinking about how you're making Tony feel. You're making her feel like this. And then not only that, you're making her feel like this because you're blaming her for your own shortcomings. It's not her fault that you're an alcoholic ass nigga. It's your fault. And you need to fix that and own it and move on. Hazel E and Devon is just basically goes back to what I just said. She thinks that she's above him. That's just how I feel. She thinks that she's above him. She thinks that he needs her. And it's all about her. And it's the clout. And it's this. And it's that. And all of that. He already younger than you anyway. You ain't got no business with him no way. And on top of that, like I said, if you feel like a nigga is beneath you, because that's how you making him sound. Like you make yourself sound like you too good to be with him. You don't need to be with him no way. I don't get this girl. That's why I don't like her ass. I don't get her at all, baby. Kyrie and Vado confront their issues. It's just like a tug of war between the two of them. It's like he doesn't feel like he's doing anything wrong by talking to his baby mothers or whatever, but at the same point in time, Tahiri finds something wrong with that because you're talking to them, but you're not talking to me. Phaedra and Medina just need to go on about their business. Like, I'm over both of them. I like Medina and don't like Phaedra, but I'm over both of them at this point because they're not genuine. Like, fuck on. So when Lentola gives her read, you know, everybody listens to what the hell Lentola says. But it's like even Lynn is even saying that they covering something up. They're not being open because it's not real. This whole relationship is made for TV, baby. It ain't real, and you see that shit. That's why you called it out. And then Tahiri vents to Willie about Vado, and Willie just giving her some sound advice or whatever. And I think that Willie probably is the wrong person to give advice to, being that he's a damn cheater. But however, Tahiri got to talk to somebody about Vado, because Vado just don't understand how he's making her feel. He acting like a little ass boy. But then again, Tahiri, she's insecure, and I think she's just acting off emotion based off the things that she's already gone through. And I understand. Okay, so Hazel was already pissed off at Devon because he decided to go and hang out with the rest of the people in the house. So she gets on the phone with her best friend. She starts, popping shit on the nigga. Like, that's what bitches do. When they give in with their nigga, they pop shit on him or whatever. It's all, whatever. But then he comes in, gets mad, snatches her phone, all that other stuff, and I thought he was going to hit her ass. It's the same way Soulja Boy was with Nia. I thought he was going to beat Nia ass, and I feel like he would have beat Nia ass if the cameras weren't there. But Devon looked like he was finna get up in Hazel's ass, to be quite honest. Like, that whole little relationship, I ain't got time. I think that Hazel thinks he's beneath her. That's what I think. That's what I think. But with all that being said, y'all, this is my review on Marriage Boot Camp. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Do whatever you see fit. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Scotty_by_nature. And make sure if y'all haven't checked it out already, me and Jamar did the episode of Prelude last night, and which is why I didn't do my review for Marriage Boot Camp last night, because we did the episode of Prelude. And it featured myself, Jamar, Kevin from the Scorpion Show, and Mikhail, Candy from Sweet Additions TV, Ashley Miller, and Bounty Blue. It was amazing. We had like 600 people in the chat. That was like the first. That was the first for me and Jamar both. And that video was already going in. Like, we already had 8,000 views already, and it hasn't really been a whole 24 hours yet. So I appreciate everybody and their love, and I will talk to you guys later. Until next time, peace out.